Well, joining us now is Laura Laker, a cycling writer for The Guardian and the London Cycling Campaign. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. What do you make of this proposal for a new law?
Yeah, well, I think if there's a gap in the law, then having this new offence is a positive thing. I think it's important to say that of those casualty figures that you just read out for pedestrians, not all of them, the cyclists, will have been at fault. Sometimes someone just steps out into the road, as happens with car traffic journeys, accidents, unfortunately. Someone steps out and there's not enough time to respond. So it's not all about sort of cyclists behaving dangerously.
And of course, there is dangerous cycling, obviously not for the majority of cyclists, but how do you think they should be treated? How do you think it should be tackled?
Well, I think it's important to remember the sort of scale of this problem in the UK. In terms of pedestrian safety, we've got sort of 250 people being killed as pedestrians on our roads each year, and around 2.5 people killed in collisions with cycles. So, you know, we're talking about sort of 1% of all pedestrian deaths in the UK involving a bicycle. So I think there's a much bigger problem, actually, that also needs to be tackled. So it's great that this law is coming in, it sounds like, but we do need to tackle this much bigger issue of sort of dangerous driving in this country. And at the moment, 57% odd of people who cause a death by their driving don't go to prison at all. So obviously that's sending a message to drivers that this isn't a serious offence, when of course it is. Any action that causes someone's death on the road should be treated seriously.
And of course, we saw the memorable case last year of Charlie Alliston, who was jailed for 18 months over the death of Kim Briggs. What did you make of that sentencing? Of course, he was sentenced under a law that was introduced in the 1800s. Yeah,
of course. So I think it's been sort of realised after that collision, which was a tragic accident, that a new law was needed, and that has been, well, is going to be introduced, it sounds like, which is positive. But as I say, it is a sort of very unusual and unfortunate accident, and I think there are, far more people are suffering from lifelong injuries and death because of dangerous driving on our roads. And not only that, it's sort of feels dangerous to walk and cycle, so it's reducing the number of journeys outside of cars, which has an impact on everyone in terms of air pollution, in terms of the amount of exercise that people are getting. So we've got this enormous obesity problem, and I think if we were able to tackle this bigger issue of danger on our roads caused by motor vehicles, then we could improve society, improve our streets and cities for everyone.
OK, Laura Laker, we will have to leave it there, but thank you very much indeed for joining us today.
Thanks.